Hey guys, this is Mike Chatfield with Freedom Coaching here, where I help busy professionals escape the rat race through smart real estate investing and mindset, where we talk a lot about freedom and the difference between a lot about the difference between jobs and working for yourself or owning businesses. So today I'm going to talk about the big difference. One of the main reasons why you'd want to be an entrepreneur and have you get different opportunities being an entrepreneur versus working for a job or a corporation. And I just want to give you a little example. But first, I'm going to start with like how people usually they make money with the job. They do the how much they get paid per hour, and then the hours, and then that equals the money that they get. And it's usually a very big balancing act, whereas like if they're making $1,000 a week, they probably have $900 a week in expenses. And then usually, you can't even see that, can you? Okay, let's see. I have to write bigger, but you get the gist. So if you increase your income to $2,000 a week, then you're probably going to get $1,900, $1,800 a week in income. So that's going to be your expenses versus your income level, which is usually about balanced out. But if you work a job, it's basically one way to make more income. So if you have unforeseen things, unexpected things come up, you're going to be spending. You're going to be trying to figure out how to work more hours or make more money. And with jobs, are one-dimensional. But the biggest thing is about who you hang out with and who influences you. So real quick, on a CEO structure of a corporation is a CEO, and then there's people under the CEO. Let me turn this. The CEO, and then those people, and then you have those people under them, and so on and so on. And then at the bottom is all the worker people. Now, all these people are going to probably hang out with these people, and maybe they hang out with a few of these people, but you're not really hanging out with the CEO. So these people make a certain amount of money, but the CEO makes lots and lots more money, right? So the people that you hang out with, the people that are at the bottom that work a job, are hanging out with the people that make this income. So they're talking to them about the books they read, the videos they watch, the TV shows they watch, the beer they drink, the wine they drink, all the same things that kind of drive the same cars, the same trucks or whatever. They kind of associate with each other. You're going to make the income of your 5 to 7 closest friends, where there's a reason for that. Now, on the other hand, if you wanted to maybe start as an entrepreneur in, let's say, real estate wholesaling. Real estate wholesaling is when you find wholesale deals where nobody really knows about them. You don't do anything. You get them, buy them, or you put them under contract and you sell them to somebody else. You're basically the middleman, kind of like a real estate agent, but you're doing this as an investor on your own. You don't need anybody else to do this. So as a person that does as wholesaling, is once you find a house, you find someone else with money, the investor, to sell it to, right? So you might be making very little money, and this guy might be making tons and tons of money. And then how do you find these guys? Well, there's real estate meetings. You advertise on Facebook Marketplace, and people will reach out to you about your deal. It's super simple. Maybe even you don't even know what you're doing, and you find this guy that knows what he's doing, and you ask him to say, hey, if I find you some deals, can I send them to you and you pay me some money? That guy will be happy to, because he wants the deals and he has plenty to go around and share with everyone. So he's going to share what you might even be able to take this guy out to lunch and find out what he wants to buy and make friends with him. And then this guy that making all this money has no problem helping you out, because if he helps you, he knows it's going to help himself. And the abundant mindset is you can help bring people up instead of competing with people like you do in corporations. So you can hang out with people that are already successful doing what you want to do. You buy them lunch and they say, hey, let me help you. And then you find them deals, and then this person's talking about the books he reads, And then as you hang out with him, he says, oh, I also have a friend that likes houses in that area. And then you have another person that you talk to that already owns his own Lamborghini and 20 houses or 50 houses or whatever. So when you work in a job mentality, you don't really get a chance to talk with the CEO and have lunches with him. But when you work on your own, you could find people that do what you want to do and ask them to lunch and ask them to mentor you, and they will do if you could help them out in a way, which there usually is a way to help them with their business. And then when you're doing this balancing act with your income, when you work a job, it's really hard to make more money when you need it, versus if you're in this entrepreneur sales mentality, you could sell more houses, you could do more marketing, you could find more opportunities in more ways, you could streamline, you could market better, you could delegate. There's so many different ways to go about this when you go off as an entrepreneur as yourself. All right, that's all I got for today. I hope this helps. Keep learning and keeping your mind open. Till next time.